Come along with me today as I'm doing what any responsible adult does with their free time and a debit card. I'm buying more used golf clubs I definitely don't need, but I'm going to absolutely sell them online for a profit. I love this place, the PGA Store, also known as my happy place, my money pit, my gym, because I walk out of here carrying 40 pounds of steel and regret every time I come in here. Definitely going to grab a card because this is going to be a huge day. I can feel it. It's just in the air as I walk into this PGA Store. And even before I get to the used club section, I come across this absolutely gorgeous TaylorMade Houston Space City staff bag. I've never seen this before. I'm not from Houston, I'm from DFW, but this is just absolutely gorgeous. Really awesome bag. I'm not going to pick it up, but I just thought that I would show you how awesome this bag was before we hit the used clubs. Starting out in the used iron section, this is generally where I can make the most profit if I can find some cheap iron sets, but I do come across the Strixon Z765 iron set, and this may be Bryson DeChambeau's secret set. I have never seen grips this large. This set also has extra stiff AMT shafts. Whoever had these clubs before trading it in was an absolute player. This is basically a baseball bat with grooves at the end of it. There's no profit margins here, but this may be one of the most unique sets I have ever come across in a PGA Store. It was at that moment that I turned around and fell in love with this Paradigm AI Smoke 340 mini driver. I just sold another one of these that I bought at a PGA Store, and this one is actually even cheaper, and it was a demo club, and it looks like it is in mint condition. The only thing about demo clubs that you want to point out if you're selling clubs online is that the grip actually says demo at the butt of it. You always just want to call that out so people know this was a demo club, but this club being in this condition, I don't think that will be a deterrent at all. Back to the irons, I don't see anything here that I'm really going to pick up. When I'm looking through iron sets, I'm generally looking for irons that are $150 and less. There's nothing here. These are all primo iron sets that don't have any profit margin for me in them per se. Next up, I'm going to head over to the wedge section to see if we can find anything unique or different, and I do see this Ping Bunker. This is their club that's designed to get you out of sand traps easier than using a standard sand wedge, and it's the sister club to the Ping Chipper, which is a club that's used to chip onto the greens easier so that you don't duff it in the mud like I do all the time. There's no margin there on those clubs. They sell for about $150 online, but I do come across this Cleveland 588 wedge for only $19.99. I should be able to sell that online for $39.99, even $34.99 if I have to give a discount there, but these wedges generally sell very quickly. It's in good shape and the face looks decent. So this is going to be the second club that I throw into the cart that I'm dragging behind me as I go through the used club section. And this was my biggest mistake of the day. There were two Callaway utility irons or driving irons, depending on the loft here, that were both $100 each, and they should have sold for $160 to $175 online. I definitely should have picked them up, but definitely missed the comps while I was in the store. So this is me editing the video and just crying because I missed out on two really awesome irons that I should have been able to flip quite quickly. They're always in demand on eBay and on stackedgolf.com. I don't generally pick up hybrids because I feel like it's probably the least common club that people flip out of their bags, but I'm looking through here to see if I see anything that's unique and different. I see this Ping G430 hybrid. That's my favorite club that I personally have in my bag, and that's a really good deal on a 430 hybrid. If I look right next to it, the generation prior, the G425, that's only a couple dollars less, so that's actually a really good deal on the 435 hybrid. I love that club and I can't recommend it enough. And moving down through the woods now, I'm not seeing anything with a screaming deal on it that I want to pick up until I come across this 11 wood. 11 woods are really hot right now. And this one being only $100, I was shocked. I'm going to check it really close to see if there's anything wrong with it. I should be able at a minimum to double up on this. I'm checking all over just to make sure there's no dents or dings on it, and I'm going to try to get my camera to focus on it, but you'll have to take my word for it. This is $99.99 out the door plus tax, and I'm really excited to have found that because 11 woods have been selling really fast for me lately. So third club in the cart. And this is generally where I start getting questions asked of me as I'm going through the store, because this is abnormal for people to be buying this many used clubs at one time. I'm going to head to the drivers section here and see if I can pick up any drivers. I'm trying to shy away on drivers because I keep getting overcharged from UPS on drivers that I do ship for package dimensions being over what I'm putting on the shipping label. So I have to find something with a really good deal on it to make it valuable to pick up. And after finding that mini driver, I don't think I'm going to beat that deal. I do see this M1 here, but there is a crack right where the shaft enters the club. I'm going to point it out here with my thumb, so I'm not comfortable picking that one up, and it really shouldn't be on the rack for anyone else to buy as well. So at this point, I've gone through all the used clubs in the used clubs section, and I'm going to take one more trip through the entire section just to make sure there's nothing that I missed when I was going through for the first time. I do find that I find a club or two when I go back through the used club section because I was distracted or got interrupted and missed a club. And the second time through, I'm specifically looking for clubs that are selling at a high clip right now on eBay or on stackedgolf.com, and those are 5 woods, 7 woods, 11 woods. Those are really in demand right now. So I'm specifically targeting those clubs as I look through this section. I'm going to pick up some hybrids here because I know I didn't check the price on all of them just to see if there's one that was priced differently from the others. I also am looking for newer clubs because I have found that sometimes there's an incorrect price or somebody just priced something way lower than what it should have been that I missed on the way through the used club section. And I do end up finding this women's King Cobra Baffler DWS hybrid. It was $19.99. I should be able to at least double up on that one. Ladies flex clubs do sell pretty quickly as guys are trying to get their girlfriends or wives to play golf with them. And I couldn't turn down the opportunity to, one, hit the mini driver, but also just display my swing for all of y'all to roast in the comment section. And just a caveat here, I teed the mini driver up way too high on this first shot, so I'm just going to slice this into oblivion. You can just see him looking around. There's a PGA Store employee standing behind me. He's going to walk into the frame now because he's like, holy cow, this guy doesn't know how to swing a club. So I'm going to make a joke about first tee jitters or something like that, and then say that I got everything under control. I'm going to push the tee down here so that it's at the right position to hit with the mini driver. He's going to take a look at my camera here and just decide that he's out of the situation and walk away. And this is when I fell in love for the second time with this club. This thing is a absolutely forgiving club. I hit this thing about 225 yards every time that I'm going to hit it, and it's very capable of moving around as well. I'm going to try to bring this in for a little baby fade here, and you're going to see, just look at that. That's a really nice flight path. I wish I could say that I actually did that on purpose, but I'm just swinging and seeing how this club plays, and it is the most forgiving driver that I've ever hit. So I'm actually making the decision here that, yep, this is going to come home with me and actually go in my bag, and I'm going to have to explain to my wife that I bought this for me and not for flipping online for a profit. And I think inherently that's a risk that everybody undertakes when they do decide that they are going to flip items that they buy online for a profit, is that inevitably you are going to fall in love with something and you're going to want to keep it. And that is the case on this club right here. I'm a big fan of it. I can't say enough about it. Go out and get yourself a mini driver. Last but not least, I'm going to head over to the putter section before we leave today. And this is the first time that I've ever found a sick putter. This thing is $99.99. It sells online for much more than that, and it is in really great shape. I was sad that they actually did not have the head cover, but I'm definitely going to take it home with me because I should be able at a minimum to double up on that. And so there I am, having my 5 clubs that I found at the PGA Store today to sell online for a profit. I will link my sales summary from last month so you can see what I sold and how much I sold it for here on the video. And until next time, I hope you have a good week and hit them straight.